Hi, everyone. It's Diane Yetter from the Sales Tax Institute, and here with another episode of our Women to Watch in Sales Tax. And today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to Nicole Power, who is head of filing at Zamp. So, Nicole, welcome.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Great. So, Nicole, Zamp is a fairly new company. Why don't you tell everybody what Zamp does and what your role is there?
Yeah, I think to explain Zamp, I would say that first and foremost, we are a sales tax company. We're a sales tax company that leverages technology to provide a white glove solution for our users. We cover all a customer's needs from calculations, nexus tracking, registrations, filing, and all sales tax related compliance needs. And I think what differentiates us from other people in the market is that if you look at just the leadership of our company, we have a combined total of over 100 years of sales tax experience, and we've leveraged that experience to build the best tax solution for our customers.
Fabulous.
My current role at Zamp is the head of filing, but it's not only filing, it's filing, registrations, and compliance. And then, due to my background, I kind of have my hands in everything that we're building at the moment.
Okay, exciting. So exciting, kind of in at the ground level, right?
Yep, it's exciting times at Zamp.
Okay. So is there something that you've accomplished over your career where you've been in a lot of different places that you're especially proud of?
I think there's a couple things. I think I've always been proud of the fact that no matter whether I'm on the private side or the public side of sales tax, my priority has always been making sales tax compliance easier for the taxpayer, easier for the customer. And I've always been a big proponent of business owners being able to take that time that they're using filing sales tax and putting that time back into their business.
That's a great perspective. So great job on doing that.
Well, thank you.
And do you have any advice for a woman working in sales tax that might be in a similar position to you?
I would say educate yourself. Take the classes offered by the Sales Tax Institute. Sign up for every newsletter that the state provides. Read every blog. Go to the MTC and the cost conferences and make connections with people. There are a lot of people in this space that have a lot of knowledge, and we're willing to share it with people. We've stepped on the landmines and we know what not to do, and we're all here to help each other. We're all here to make it easier for people to be compliant in sales tax. And I think that I would also say, don't be afraid to think of ideas to streamline processes. I have, in my time, gone to the MTC Uniformity Committee and talked to them about streamlining the POA process. We've created a multi-state POA to make those things easier. And it was, we've actually have states adopting the use of that form now because we got buy-in from the state. We did the research and we created the form, and we said, this process takes a lot of time. And you guys are asking for the same information. Can we streamline this process? And states are buying into it. And, we have 5 states using the form now, and that saves me hours and hours of time just by having one form to complete for 5 states instead of, a single form for every single state.
Right.
And then I would say, my other piece of advice would be don't take no for an answer. Right? We hear no a lot. If somebody shuts the door, you go and try the window. There's always a different way in.
That is great advice. Great advice. Nicole, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. And I wish you best of luck in everything that you're doing at Zamp. And I look forward to seeing what happens next.
Well, thank you for the opportunity and the experience. I really appreciate it.